All right, guys, we got this for Christmas last year, 8 months ago, and I have opened it and closed it many times, and a lot of people were waiting for this one to show up, and I ordered it before it ever came out. So I think I ordered it sometime in August or September, and then I got it around Christmas time, I think. And it sat there. I opened it up and I went, oh, we did an opening of this, box opening or whatever you want to call it, unpacking. And it's just got so many parts because it's a Moebius model and there's just so much. But 7 months later, I hate seeing it on the shelf because I really want to see this built. So what we're going to do is we're going to start building it today. So I'm going to open it up again. You guys have probably seen a bunch of these online. Everybody's kind of building them. So we're going to build our own. So Moebius has so many parts. Here's the front of the cab. The dashboard, which is super detailed. Everything in this is super detailed. There's your grills. Here's your chrome. All the chrome stuff. I mean, look how thick this box is. Here's the tow bed, firewalls, tailgates, engine parts, hooks, and all kinds of stuff. The floorboards for the cab, the back of the cab, door panels, brakes, hoses, exhaust manifolds, more brakes, radiator. Let's see, we got transmission and transfer case because it's 4-wheel drive. We got all the tow parts for the boom and the tow stuff there. We've got a whole bunch of clear parts here. We got the floor of the tow bed, all kinds of other stuff in there. More engine parts. All the suspension parts in the frame. We got here more suspension parts, more engine parts. The foot pedals are separate. More chrome parts. And the heads or engine block maybe. And then I had ordered with this because I wasn't a happy camper that it did. I had seen from other people it didn't really come with a lot of decals, which it didn't. So I had ordered this Go Racing set of service trucks. So I have all these service decals in here. So we can use these as well if we want to. As well as the decals that came with it, which are right here. As I said, it shows it didn't have a lot of decals that came with it, just the service center decals. So have those, plus we have a ton of other decals we could use from Sunoco and everything else. And then you have two different instructions. We've got the high side version ones here, all full color. This is how to build the truck there. I think this is how to do the bed and the paint. Yeah, so this is the tow bed that you can build. So you build the tow bed separately after you build the rest of the truck. And then we got all kinds of chains and wires and stuff there. And then of course, because it's a dually, it has 6 big snow tires or road tires, off-road tires. I don't know. Anywho, that's what we're doing. So let's do this. I think the first thing I'm going to do is build the tow bed. We'll build the tow bed first. So over the next, I'd say let's do 15 minutes of video of putting the tow bed together. It's probably going to take all day, but we'll do 15 minutes of that. So the first 15 minutes of the video will be the tow bed. Then we'll build the truck, the body, and the frame. And so that'll be what we'll do. So there's over 500 parts. There's close to 600 parts for this. So easiest way for me is to look at the directions, cut out all the parts first, lay them out to make sure I have everything out, and then I'll do the sanding on the edges. And once I sand the edges, we'll glue it together and then move on. So the wrecker body starts at number 6A, and then as I get all the parts off of these sprues, I then toss the sprue because there's just way too many of them. Alright guys, just so you know, this is a really thick plastic. This isn't like, you know, your normal AMT or anything. So when you're sanding down where the connections were, where the sprue connected, you will need some like 80 grit to get rid of those pretty quickly. So just have some on hand. ready to primer. All right, so I'm out here on the porch where I do all my painting, and we have painted the flat black primer on everything. We're really trying to figure out what to do. I think we're going to spray these white, and they're going to be red, white, and blue, because we're going to use the Mobil stickers. I was going to do Sunoco, but I already did a Sunoco, so these are going to be Mobil. So I have to find, I mean, I have these giant white ones, but I have to find a white in here, a white, a blue, and red, and that is what we will be doing those. All right. White gloss. All right, so one of the things that happened was that paint painted really dry out there, which for some reason I forgot that can, I gotta throw that can out, I think. But here's the cool thing. So I wet sanded this with some 600, maybe it was 900, I don't know, paper, but some wet sanding paper that was really fine. And it kind of makes it look like an older truck, which is kind of what I'm looking for, because it gives it some patina, since we do have the black primer underneath. So we're going to go with the Mobil here, right there, these Mobil. We might even go with Fat Mike's Towing, but we might just do Mobil. Anyway, because it's Mobil, we can do a red, white, and blue theme. We can use dark blue and we can use red. And maybe do the boom in red. Maybe do a blue center area here that goes across. So where this sits, you know, this is going to sit like here. Maybe just do this part blue right here. Just do the center area here blue. Right there. Right in here. Yeah, I think maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll just do that blue right there. And we'll do the boom red. All right, we got it taped up. So where we can paint the blue, that's going to match the Mobil here, the M in Mobil, and the boom, which we'll do over here, the boom over here will be red. So we used a sail blue right there. All right, guys, so turn this light on, turn this light on over here. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out if I want to do it as a Ford. If I do it as a Ford, I'm going to weather it. Everybody I've seen building this thing, there's pieces missing and stuff. And here's the thing. I kind of like the blue color. It's drying. And I can weather it, and I'm going to do red in here. But I have another kit. I have another kit that has a 71, I think, or 70 GMC. And I'm trying to figure out if I want to use that cab for here. I mean, Moebius's stuff is super highly detailed. The other one's an AMT. But I don't know. Anyway, Or I just do this as a really weathered truck, which I could do as well. Sorry, in the background, that's the dog eating. So I'm just trying to figure out if I do this. If I do, like, I could paint the inside of the bed red here, same as the wheels. But I have a feeling I'm gonna have to steal some parts off of other kits anyway. Should I keep it as a Ford, or do I go Chevy or GMC with one of that just kit bash? I don't know. This is, so here's the thing. I mean, this kit has so many parts, and this is just day one so far. All I've done day one is get this part together and paint a couple pieces. So it's going as slow as I thought it would be. And I think I need to weather this before we finish it, and probably get the body decaled and weathered before I do anything else. So I just have to make that decision now. But I don't want to do... yeah, I'll just keep it as a Ford. I'll just do it as a 72 Ford F350. So that's what we'll do. Alright, so I sprayed the bed with a red brick color that's almost like red primer first, and then I just kind of oversprayed with the bright red, so it kind of shows areas that are bright red that are also areas that are just kind of a dull brick red. So that's going to dry, and then I went ahead and sprayed the chrome pieces that aren't the wheels with a clear gloss, because they were just too toy shiny. They need to be down like they're as if it's aluminum or something. Alright guys, this will be it for day one. So we have a couple things done. We have some things painted. We did get the bed done, and now it's painted. So I think what we're gonna do with this one is I'm going to probably sand it with like 600 grit wet sand and kind of age it a little bit. Not a lot, but I don't want it to look like a brand new truck. I tried to use like the blue and the white and the red as if it was, you know, the 1970s, since it was a 72. I want it to kind of look like one of the Mobil oil company trucks from the 70s. So we'll go ahead and sand it down and kind of make it look, give it some aging, give it a little bit of dirt, and then we'll move on from there. So we did a weird, like I said, it's a weird brick red for the wheels. I didn't want chrome wheels. I don't like chrome wheels on work trucks, because especially tow trucks. There's front wheels, which could be fairly painted new. Maybe they got new tires put on. And then of course we have the front push bar here, which is painted red. So that would be, that's going to go here. So anyway, so we'll probably put some decals on it. Fix this paint first. We'll put decals on it, weather it the way it is, and then we'll move on to doing the other stuff. Alright guys, this is the end of day one, and I kind of have this painted with the base on it of what I want it to look like. What it's going to look like. It's got a period correct, like red, white, and blue scheme from the 70s. So the next thing I'm going to do is build the boom. In the next video we'll build the boom, and also I'm going to weather the body before because I don't want to do that once I have the frame and everything done. So we'll weather the body and the boom in the next one. Alright, thanks for watching. This is going to take a bunch of videos to show how a 72 Ford F350 4x4 tow truck by Moebius Models is going to be done.